Okay, let's talk about something big. What if you could literally build an empire right from your own home? In this explainer, we're going to break down the exact step-by-step blueprint to turn a simple idea and a surprisingly small investment into a massive business.
I mean, really think about it for a second. Have you ever dreamed of building a real empire, a brand people know and love, and having it all start from your own home? It might sound like a far-fetched dream, but the path to get there is actually clearer than you might think.
You know, that journey from a simple idea to a household name doesn't start with massive bank loans or a huge factory. Nope, it all kicks off with just one simple, smart investment.
And that investment is 20,000 rupees. That's it. That's the number. The entire startup cost for the blueprint we're about to walk through. Doesn't a number like that make this whole thing feel suddenly very, very real?
So you're probably thinking, okay, but why air fresheners? Well, let's dive into what we're calling the aromatic opportunity and really explore why this could be your next big idea.
Just think about it for a minute. Air fresheners aren't some niche luxury item, right? They're used everywhere, every single day. In our homes, our cars, offices, hotels, shops, you name it. This is not a market you have to create from scratch. The demand is already there, it's huge, and it's constant. Which means your customers, they're literally just waiting for you.
All right, so the opportunity is clearly there. The next question is, how do you actually start? What exactly does that 20,000 rupee investment get you? Let's unpack this startup kit. So here's where every single rupee goes. It's all planned out. The biggest slice of the pie, 8,000, goes straight into the good stuff, your raw materials. 5,000 is for all the containers and bottles, and the rest, it's smartly spread across packaging, a bit of marketing to get the word out, and logistics. It's a tight, focused budget that's designed to do one thing, get you up and running fast.
And when we say raw materials, what are we actually talking about? Well, it's way simpler than you might think. We're talking fragrance oils, the classics like rose, lemon, or sandalwood. A gel base, which is the main body of the product. A solvent like perfumer's alcohol. And then a few other key essentials. These are basically the building blocks for your very first product.
Okay, you've got your shopping list, you've got your materials. Now for the really exciting part, turning all that stuff into actual cash. Let's walk through the direct path from creating your formula to making that very first sale.
And believe me, making your first product is so much easier than you'd imagine. For a gel freshener, it's basically a 4-step recipe. Seriously, you just prepare the base, slowly add your fragrance oil, give it a gentle mix until it's all uniform, and then you fill your containers. It's more like kitchen chemistry than some complex manufacturing process.
Okay, now here's a number I want you to burn into your brain. Your cost to produce one single unit is about 40 rupees. 40, remember that number. It is the absolute foundation of your entire profit strategy.
So, with your cost locked in at 40 rupees, you have two clear ways to price your product. First, you can go the wholesale route, sell in bulk to shops for around 70 rupees a pop. Or you can sell directly to customers at a retail price, anywhere from 99 to 120 rupees, and maximize the profit on every single sale.
So let's look at what that means for your pocket. Your cost is that fixed 40 rupees. That means your profit, your actual take-home money, can be anywhere from 30 all the way up to 80 rupees for every single unit. You're looking at a potential profit margin between 40 and 60%. In any business, that is an incredibly healthy number.
All right, so where do you actually find these first customers? The answer is pretty much everywhere. You can literally walk into your local grocery stores, supermarkets, car accessory shops today. Or you can jump online instantly, set up shop on online marketplaces, create an Instagram or Facebook store, or even just use WhatsApp Business. The paths to your customer are wide open from day one.
Making that first sale is a huge milestone. But remember, we started this whole thing talking about building an empire, not just a side hustle. So let's zoom out. Let's look at the 20 crore blueprint.
Now this is the engine that drives that massive growth. It's a simple formula, but it is unbelievably powerful. The goal is to build a network of just 100 distributors. If each one of them sells 2 lakh rupees worth of your product every month, you're looking at 2 crore rupees in revenue per month. That's 20 million. The math doesn't lie. It's all about scale.
Of course, this doesn't all happen overnight. It's a journey, and it happens in phases. In the first 6 months, you just focus on conquering your local market. Then you expand to nearby cities. Within 1 to 2 years, the real goal is to build that national online presence and that distributor network we just talked about. And from there, you're scaling up to large-scale manufacturing.
And naturally, as your brand gets bigger, your product line grows with it. You launch with the basics, right? Gel and spray fresheners. As you scale, you introduce new things like car perfumes and wardrobe fresheners. And once you reach that empire phase, that's when you can start creating premium, high-margin fragrances for luxury markets, like hotels.
So let's just pull all this together for a second. This whole journey starts with the 20,000 rupee idea, maybe in a small spare room. And with the right strategy and the right execution, it has the documented potential to become a 20 crore brand. This isn't just a dream, this is the blueprint.
So there it is. The entire plan is laid out. The opportunity is real, and that first step is surprisingly small. Your first batch is just waiting to be made. So the only question left to ask is, what scent will you create?